Greetings and salutations, listener. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined, as always, by the boy.
Yo.
This is the Two Nerds Podcast, and today we're talking about San Diego Comic-Con news.
And there's a lot of it this year, which is nice, because if memory serves, last year felt a little anemic. I don't remember it.
We podcasted on it, but it was...
This year, not the. This year, yeah.
Yeah. As usual, we're focusing more on movies and TV shows. And let's be honest, this shit you're really here for what's happening in Phase 4. But we'll cover some other shit first, because I'm sure we can talk about Phase 4 for longer.
A long time.
Yes. So, let's run through some tidbits and interesting stuff.
This was the stuff that he found that was interesting to him that I decided I wanted to talk about.
Yes, there were a couple other things that were like, who cares? Or we don't care or know enough about it.
Or I have nothing positive to say, and I'll leave it like that.
First of all, I heard this over the weekend, actually, while Comic-Con was going on. A lot of this news I didn't hear about until last night when I did research. But Edward Furlong is going to be in Terminator Dark Fate as John Connor.
Good. I'm glad they didn't recast him again.
I'm glad they brought him back.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I'm really looking forward to this movie. I don't know why.
Honestly, it's because Jim Cameron's attached.
It's just got that feel.
Jim Cameron knows the Terminator franchise better than other people because he's Jim Cameron. You know, he might be kind of an insufferable douche, but he's an insufferable douche who knows how to make entertaining movies.
I was watching I want to say it was on the Theme Park History YouTube channel. Check them out if you have any interest in theme park rides and the history of them. Talking about the Terminator ride in Universal Studios, and he was on hand for that. And it shows.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I've never been on it personally, but it looked really cool, and the story was really tight. So I'm looking forward to that film. I'm glad Furlong's in it. That's cool. We're gonna keep rolling on. It's gonna be fast this time, because we only are a half-hour podcast.
And there's so much.
There's a lot to cover. Creepshow is coming back. It was an old comic book series. They ended up making a movie about it.
Stephen King's been involved in the past.
He's involved right now. One of his shorts is going to be in it.
Oh, those are always fun. He's so good at short stories. He's almost better at short stories than he is novels. But yeah, it should be fun. I don't know if it's worth a Shudder subscription is the thing.
Yeah, that's my big takeaway. But some of this casting, David Arquette, Adrienne Barbeau, Tobin Bell, Trisha Helfer, Dana Gould, there's a lot of cool shit going on here. And looking at the trailer, the effects and the fact that the creep is there, it's just, it's exciting.
It is very much exciting. You're going to hear that a lot from me during this podcast, though. There's a couple properties, at least one more I know of, that I would be super excited for if it weren't another entirely separate streaming service that I have to get to watch it.
Yeah. Being absolutely fair, we are only paying for one streaming service right now.
Yeah, because we have reasons. Moving on.
That's not illegal.
We share someone else's Netflix. Netflix doesn't care.
No. We actually, they pay a little extra so that we can.
That's nice of them.
Also, coming out in 2020 and 2021, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, both featuring Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, pretty Bambino-esque to call your shot on that one, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so.
Dude, that's a little ballsy, because Halloween Kills might flop.
Well, make them both at once. Try to fix the things the fans hate. It'll draw money. That's all they really care about in the end.
I mean, yeah, man in a white Shatner mask and Jamie Lee Curtis draws money. They're a proven draw. They're like John Cena and Randy Orton.
Wouldn't you shit if it was John Cena and Randy Orton? Halfway through the movie, Jamie Lee Curtis just starts tugging at her face and it's John Cena?
No, Jamie Lee is obviously Randy Orton. No, you're right.
Yeah, one of them is a stalker who enters people's homes and attacks their loved ones.
You know what? No, it's not. It's just that
Michael
Myers does RKOs out of nowhere.
He does.
If he literally did an RKO, I would buy 5 tickets.
Also, and I know the boy has less to say about this, but what the fuck, that Cats trailer?
I mean, I have things to say, but they're not friendly.
What the fuck?
What in the Sam hell?
And I want to be super fucking clear here.
Quick side note, Idris Elba's character looks like a better Roland Deschain than Roland Deschain in the Dark Tower movies, and that fucking depresses me because he's literally a cat.
Somebody posted that with the meme of Tom from Tom and Jerry wearing that hat and coming around the corner next to it.
Yeah. Oh God, he has the exact walk.
Yeah, exact energy, and I love it. He's one of the very few good-looking cats in that movie.
They fucked up the faces, and I saw this online. I saw it on Tumblr. I'm stealing this joke from Tumblr because it's not a joke. It's just a fucking cogent observation. One furry on the production staff would have averted this whole disaster.
I have seen the original. I watched it on tape. I thought it was weird, but
it's weird.
Interesting.
You know, it's weird. Even people who like cats acknowledge that it is a weird fucking musical.
But I don't know how much they look like cats, but I really loved those costumes back then. And now, looking at some of the more recent interpretations of those costumes, they look great.
This shit dynamic.
Yeah. It brings about the energy of the cat without trying to... This is the opposite of the Lion King movie.
No, we're not going to get better. Move on.
All right. We're getting an animated Superman Red Sun movie.
Yeah, there's not really anything.
Yeah, there's no trailers.
There's no trailers or anything yet, but I don't care. I know the storyline of Superman Red Sun.
I'm down.
I'm absolutely down.
We still need to watch the Batman Ninja Turtle crossover.
I never was super fond of the ending of Red Sun.
Same.
So I'm actually hoping that they change that in the adaptation, and that's me, a comics nerd, saying, change from your book. That's right, I'm actually saying that. I feel like you could do better. I feel like they tried to go high concept with it and just kind of suck the wind out of their own story. So, yeah, fix it. I'm all for that. And also, there's a little bit of a meme, but I feel like the Red Sun we're going to get in 2019 is going to be significantly more friendly towards communism.
So that's all for non-Marvel movies. Let's talk about some non-Marvel TV. The Toys That Made Us, which is a documentary series I love.
Because it's good.
They're getting a third season this year sometime. I've been so hyped for it because it's fucking Ninja Turtles, it's My Little Pony, it's wrestling figures, and it's Power Rangers. Those are going to be 4 powerful fucking episodes.
They made me a season of The Toys That Made Us.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm so fucking psyched. But they're making a spin-off called The Movies That Made Us. And they specifically talked about Home Alone and I think Dirty Dancing and...
just with that same sort of in-depth look to the history of them.
I am so... I love that shit.
Because movies are it's a very, very different thing, but movies very much are a collaborative medium. And The Toys That Made Us was always they were very into showing, like, all the people and ideas that were involved in the creation of a thing. Not
long ago, I watched another documentary episode or something on YouTube. I don't remember who it was. But they did a deep dive into the Super Mario Brothers movie. And what a fucking train wreck that was.
Movies are like that, man.
And it was so interesting.
That's the best part of bad movies. Is because with very, very rare exceptions like Sharknado, nobody who was making that movie thought it was bad. Everyone's trying
except the cats.
like I said, with exceptions like Sharknado. Like, people go into movies trying their goddamnedest, and sometimes you get the Super Mario Brothers movie out of it.
Man. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that should be real fun.
Yeah. There's going to be a big Arrowverse crossover. I forget what DC event it is.
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Is it? Okay. That's cool. I like Crisis.
Which explains why they're doing the thing they're doing. Brandon Routh, who is the Atom in the Arrowverse, he's actually already a character in the Arrowverse cinematic television universe. He's getting a spot in Crisis on Infinite Earths as Superman. People who are familiar with the lesser known of the Superman movies might recognize that Brandon Routh was Superman in Superman Returns. And it wasn't a popular one.
Unless you're a meme.
Yeah, unless you're a meme. So, good for him. He's getting a chance at redemption. He's getting another fucking shot at the puck. I'm happy for him.
Yeah. They're also going to have Burt Ward, who is Robin from the 60s for all you young people out there.
Burt Ward will show up anywhere you pay him money. So that's not...
Who wouldn't? Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's just cool.
Also, it's going to... I think that I saw, a screenshot with, Batwoman, like Kate Kane.
Okay.
And like a couple other... they're doing Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's why there's going to be two Supermen. Because there is a Superman in the Arrowverse. He doesn't have a show. He's a guest star on Supergirl.
Right.
Fun
I like
Superman.
him, too.
He's got good Superman energy. But it's going to be him and Brandon as two Supermen from two different universes, which is super neat.
I really like that you put emphasis on the super. I don't think you meant to, but I'm pleased that it happened. Rolling right along, the DuckTales cartoon, which is everything I've seen of it is good. I've never been able to sit down and watch it because I don't have cable. But and I don't tend to steal things anymore because I can usually just pay for them. Yeah,
that's the thing. I said for a long time that all you have to do to make me not pirate something is make it more convenient to buy than to pirate. I make decent money. I have money to throw at things I like. Just don't piss me off. And, like, nothing does. I'm to the point in my life where if I don't want to watch something enough to buy it, I just won't watch it.
And so long as your, big streaming service, proprietary bullshit, has enough stuff on it that I actually want to watch.
Yeah, everybody loves vertical integration, I get it, but you gotta have a lot of vertical to integrate to get me to buy your thing.
Disney Plus should be okay, and
Disney Plus is gonna be worse.
Yeah, if Disney Plus has a DuckTales cartoon on it, I might sit and give it a watch. If they had Star versus the Forces of Evil, I might be able to sit down and watch that for once too. But the DuckTales cartoon is getting some other Disney afternoon characters. It's a fun little trailer with a bunch of throwback characters from DuckTales. They also had Don Carnage from Tailspin and some more Darkwing Duck. And I heard there were going to be like other Rescue Rangers characters and stuff.
They weren't in the teaser,
But yeah, like that sounds really cool. Speaking of streaming services, I haven't gotten the DC one yet because they canceled Swamp Thing before it even started. Which, looking at the synopsis for the show, that show's not about Swamp Thing. So I maybe understand why.
Make us a Swamp Thing series. Here's what we've made. No, we don't want that.
What did I just say? Did I say make us a series about this character? No. Swamp Thing. He's a Man-Thing who comes out of the swamp. He's not Man-Thing. You can't say that. Yeah. But he does come out of the swamp. Just as Man-Thing is not a Swamp Thing.
Kevin Smith's friend who runs the comic book store is fucking coming to this house right now. Walt Flanagan is on his way. How dare you confuse Man-Thing and Swamp Thing?
I didn't confuse them. I love them both individually.
But yeah, he gives people psychedelic tubers and doesn't afraid of anything.
Sure. But the DC Universe streaming service is getting a Harley Quinn series, which we've been hearing about for a while. Turns out it's animated and R-rated.
Neat. We watched the trailer and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's got I was worried we were going to get more of a what's that Netflix series about puberty? Big Mouth.
Yeah, you were going to get Big Mouth out of it.
Yeah, like Big Mouth or like
No, they've got a very nice, engaging art style.
Yeah.
Kaylee Cuoco is doing good work as Harley Quinn from what I can hear in the trailer. It's a hard role. You got big shoes to fill. Anytime you walk around Harley Quinn, you gotta fill the shoes of Arlene Sorkin. And I think Kaylee Cuoco does a good job by not trying.
Yes. Make it your own thing. Which she has Margot Robbie to thank for that. Because she
Margot Robbie only affects the accent occasionally as like a bit. Which is, Arlene Sorkin's always going to be the definitive Harley Quinn to me. But not trying to ape her and failing is a healthier choice. It's healthier to take it your own direction, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. They got a pretty good cast. They got my second favorite Batman.
Diedrich Bader, for the record.
Yes. He's very good.
He's very good. The right and left hands of justice are on display here in this show. Look, there was a scene in the trailer where she angrily floss dances away from someone, and they've got me. They've got me.
Yeah, it's got some very Venture Brothers energy. Like, not quite that good, maybe, but
it won't be that good, I don't think.
I think it will be...
It'll be fun. The powerful lesbian energy coming off Harley and Poison Ivy is worth it alone.
Yeah. But it looks really fun. That might be something to get me to watch the DC Universe streaming service. And then maybe there will be other cool stuff on there, like the rest of Young Justice.
Which is on there.
Yes. So we move along to more TV. This is HBO, yeah?
Yeah, HBO.
Because they got to do something now that Game of Thrones is gone.
And, oh boy, they were like, we need an epic fantasy series to option now that we've burned Game of Thrones to the ground. Who's willing to sell us this thing? Philip Pullman from the Shadows. Well, that depends. How much do you hate the Abrahamic religions?
We are ambivalent.
Well then, have I got a deal for you?
His Dark Materials.
Look, there's been some think pieces brought up that I saw the titles of and didn't read because I already have a take on this. I read this series. I looked deep into this series. You will never convince me that His Dark Materials is not the most 14-year-old edgy anti-Christian screed I've ever actually read, whilst at the same time being a pretty good series of fantasy novels.
This is the most interesting of stuff in its genre that I've seen in a while.
It's a series that is filled with amazing concepts, mediocre executions to those concepts, and just so much hatred for Sunday school and all of the things Philip Pullman, I'm sure, was made to do as a child during Sunday school.
Well, I'll give it a few episodes. We'll see if my inner Eggy boy is like, yes, feed me more. Or if my adult goes, I can't.
I have a bungalow on the edge. We've all had one,
yeah.
Okay? When I was 14, this was too edgy for me.
Woof, I knew you when you were 18. That doesn't bode well.
Like, there was actually a moment where I had to set the book down and legitimately roll my eyes and go, come on, man. I'm gonna watch it because Daphne Keene's in it and she was amazing as X-23.
She was doing great in that trailer.
So, she's a great actress.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna watch it. But
Goddamn
Jones
too.
Dude, that's the thing. Great concepts.
Yeah.
I can't promise that I'm gonna finish it. The first season should be fine because they wait till the second book in the series before shit gets real bad.
Okay.
Cool. The third book is where it becomes unbelievable.
Well, I mean, maybe they'll divert violently from the source material and.
Hey, yeah, could you get David Benioff and Dan Weiss on this? I feel like this is a bunch of very cool concepts, and I have expectations about this series that I would like subverted. You know what? That's a really good segue.
Yeah.
Let's talk the Game of Thrones panel. It's going to be real quick. They pulled a Cersei and didn't show up to their own trial, Jesus. Which I feel was the right call, because people showed up with shame bells.
You're not engendering yourself nerd cred. Your Star Wars show better be real fucking good.
That's the thing. There's a whole big chunk of people who aren't going to watch it.
Yeah. You have basically, I don't want to say shot yourself in the foot, but you have hit yourself in the ankle real hard here coming out the gate on this thing.
You've tripped over a crack that didn't exist in the sidewalk that you put there yourself. You're going to have trouble getting off on a run. Because, yeah. I mean, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching your Star Wars show. I learned my lesson.
Moving from Star Wars into the other Star series, Firefly.
He means Star Trek. We're going to talk the Picard trailer.
For real, though?
Yeah.
This looks fucking great.
It looks really fucking good.
It's exploring stuff in the Star Trek universe we don't typically see.
Which is to say,
I love that.
Things that aren't Starfleet.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like the look at the parts of Star Trek where people aren't in jumpsuits. I like those parts too, but I'm interested.
Look, the fucking Vulcan with a sword, he looked awesome.
My only concern is that sometimes when Star Trek gets away from the ships, they lose sight of the fundamentally optimistic way Star Trek is supposed to feel.
Personally, I don't know. Like all the side stuff was really interesting to me, and I'm willing to give a gamble on that. Now I don't know how the fuck I'm going to watch it because again, I don't have
cable. It's on Amazon.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah. It's on Amazon something or other on demand.
Do I have to pay for it a second time? Because I'm not cool with that trick, Amazon.
I think Amazon Video does do like you buy the episodes.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Whatever.
We'll look at it.
Well, look, I'll try to see it. At least
I think I might be wrong, but I think it's on Amazon.
That is it for TV. Let's move into miscellaneous, which is just going to be a couple of rapid fire things. Nika is making Ninja Turtles figures based off the Turtles in Time video game, so I'll probably buy those. They're going to make Mattel is making new 80s style Masters of the Universe figures.
Dope.
They're also making figures from the new She-Ra cartoon, which I still need to sit down and watch.
It honestly looks good.
It looks fun. I've really liked the characters.
It doesn't look like my thing, but
no.
Original She-Ra wasn't my thing, so who cares?
It looks more near my alley. Marvel 2099 is coming back.
I literally sent him a meme when I saw this. I made a meme. You know that Beyonce with the lady who's screaming Beyonce's name? I replaced it with Miguel. My dude Spider-Man 2099 is going to get his book. He's going to get his D's. I'm so excited.
I hope we get some Doom 2099 because I really like that character.
I don't remember as much about Doom 2099.
He's cool, and he might actually be Doom.
God, Doom.
It's so cool. Anyway, I'm excited about that. I'm excited to hear the stories that come out of that because I don't buy comics because I don't know. There's only so much money in the world, I guess. So speaking of Marvel, okay, we're 22 minutes in.
Oof.
Woof. This is going to be a longer podcast, I'm sure. You guys can see this timestamps now. Phase 4 has been announced. Now, it has been said that, Phase 3 was announced and they diverted from it.
Yeah, there's not an Inhumans movie. Thanks, Perlmutter. Be gone now. The evil has been defeated.
Yes. So this is roughly in order, as it has been announced. And there's no trailers for anything, so this is all just sort of scuttlebutt announcements and hope.
Yep. We're going to give you what we've got and what we hope for, and pray that we can harness whatever mystical energy it was that summoned Black Panther and Wonder Woman.
Yes.
From the mists of time, and I'm going to send all that positive energy out into the universe in the hopes of getting the versions of these movies I want.
Let's load that spaceship with the rocket fuel and the words. Also, if you're interested in any of these things, I would suggest looking them up. More cast has been announced for a lot of this stuff, but I don't know these people. I haven't watched Season 8 of The Walking Dead, so I don't give a fuck. But you might have. So, check out the cast list. There might be some guys in there you're like, oh shit, this dude. Anyway. First, we're getting a Black Widow movie, which we've known about for a while.
Yeah, it's been filming for a bit. It looks like it takes place between Civil War and Infinity War.
Yeah, I'd heard it was a prequel of sorts, so I thought it was going to be a young Black Widow, but no, we still have Scarlett Johansson, and
it's just probably going to fill in. I've got some scuttlebutt for the storyline.
Yeah.
If you're interested,
I'm interested in the villain.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's Taskmaster.
But the storyline, as far as I'm aware, is one of the things that's happening in the movie is Scarlett Johansson's, Natasha, is training Charlotte Pugh, I think is her name. I'm sorry, I've got that wrong, I'm sure. But she's training another younger talent who was presumably rescued from the Red Room or something to be the next Black Widow.
Right.
Which is super fucking neat.
Yeah, Legacy title's already making an entry. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, Legacy titles are great. I'm pro Legacy title. In general, in comics, just like as a blanket statement.
As a note of some of the other characters that have names in Marvel properties that they might not necessarily use in this movie, Rachel Weisz is the Iron Maiden. That's pretty sick.
David Harbour is Red Guardian.
And Marvel's going to let David Harbour get swole.
They're going to let him be red, and they're going to let him get swole. This isn't hard to do.
I asked for 2 things from you guys, and you didn't deliver. Thank you, Marvel Comics. Yeah, I'm pretty psyched.
David Harbour's a good actor.
He is. And this is going to be fun. Fucking Taskmaster's in it. I'm sold.
Same.
You're going to put a really hardcore metal mask on him, and he's not going to look like a doof from the comics. But so long as he's still fucking Tasky, he is still just trying to train up supervillains.
Like, I hope they go with at least thematically his garbage mismatched costume that looks ugly. Taskmaster's costume is traditionally the most garish fucking thing.
I love him because he wears a skull mask. Like, That's a man who unironically is like, nope, putting this on. So then next up we got the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Disney Plus show.
That'll be good. I like both those actors. Falcon is Captain America now. That's good.
Yeah, the logo includes the Cap shield, so I wonder if they're not going to do like a competitive kind of thing.
Oh, they absolutely will.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Dude, those guys are going to be the Bash Brothers.
Yeah, well, they've talked about it being kind of a buddy cop series, I think, so...
They're Tango and Cash. They are Starsky and Hutch. They are Turner and Hooch. Bucky is Hooch.
Zemo is confirmed to still be in it. Still played by Daniel Bruhl, so that's cool.
Yeah, it was a really good performance. And, I mean, he is, to date, one of the 2 most successful Marvel villains, so...
Yeah.
Well, 3.
He just left.
Killmonger did win. He got to be king for a minute. Thanos just succeeded. They undid it later, but he just succeeded. He just did what he wanted and then got to retire in the way he expected to. And then Zemo did what he wanted. He fucking broke the Avengers up. That was his whole goal and he did it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him come back. That might mean that Everett Ross is in it, but that kind of depends on what Martin Freeman's up to.
Sick. I would also like to mention, second tier at the top of the list, Ultron was right.
But he didn't succeed.
I mean, he didn't have to. Anyway, then we're getting an Eternals movie.
I think I speak for both of the members of the Two Nerds podcast when I say neither of us know shit about the Eternals. I literally described them to White as Kmart New Gods.
Oh yeah, like I was reading the summary and then I looked over to see who created them and I was like, Jack Kirby, okay.
Yeah, it was, I'm gonna go to Marvel and do the same thing, but I can't keep those characters, so I'm just gonna make new ones.
Angelina Jolie was the big cast announcement. I'm a little more excited for Richard Madden and Kumail Nanjiani. I like his work a lot. And Salma Hayek's also in it.
I'm excited for Rob Stark, Richard Madden. Of course, I'm excited for Angelina Jolie. I was like a teenager when Gone in 60 Seconds came out. I don't know what to tell you. Kumail Nanjiani, honestly, not so much.
Yeah?
I typically don't find the things that he is in that I see funny.
I think he's a good personality.
Possible I've just missed them. But, like, everything I've ever seen him in where he's trying to be funny, it's just very cringy to me.
I think he's miscast a lot, so I'm hoping he's not, like, a comic relief. I hope he's just playing a genuine character. Anyway, then we're getting the WandaVision Disney Plus show. So the Spider-Man Far From Home podcast isn't out yet.
Delicious.
The way... the time stream is manipulated. We're going to a concert this weekend out of state, so we wanted to have a podcast loaded and ready to go, and then I forgot Comic-Con was this weekend.
So you'll hear the Spider-Man Far From Home podcast after this one, but know that there is a bit at length where White celebrates that they're not doing the multiverse in the MCU yet. And then Comic-Con happens.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He's coming too. That's after Phase 4. But it seems like it's going to be more of a multiple planes and not necessarily right away multiple realities. Which we've got a bit of that with the skewed timeline. Mm-hmm. But this is coming 2 years from now.
It's coming 2 years from now. They have time to build to it. They're literally going to use the WandaVision show to build to the movie that is later on this movie list. But yeah, it's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I heard that the literal WandaVision show is going to be used to build up to that movie.
Right. We might as well talk about that now. That comes a couple of things down from here. We'll mention it again. But Scarlet Witch is in that movie.
Along with Baron Mordo. Woo!
And Nightmare is involved, and the Nightmare plane and all that stuff. So,
well, they have said that they're actually going for something of a horror movie tone.
That's cool.
So
I think it's a good choice for
sense.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Especially for Nightmare.
Yeah.
So, they've got time to build the road on which they will drive, and they need it for What If.
Yes.
Which is another show they're building out for the Disney Plus. Like I said, Disney Plus gonna be worth. I guess it's an animated version of the What If stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
Yes. The noted suggestion you have down is, what if Peggy Carter became Captain America? Yeah! Show me that! Show me that, and show me all of the other what if stories. I love those.
Yeah, they're fun. And I like that they're doing this, but not in the panic mode way that DC Universe is doing it.
In the, okay, well, we failed, so we're just gonna do what if stories now. Whereas Marvel is like, we know you want more of the main continuity, and you'll have more when we decide it's time.
Yeah, Phase 4 is very setup-y.
It's clearly like they're laying track for the next big bit.
But I'm also excited because WandaVision has confirmed Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, woo!
So we get some
Spectrum!
Hell yeah. After that is the Loki Disney Plus show, which I'll be watching.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of details about it, but cool.
It doesn't need to be. It's got an ugly logo, but I'm gonna watch it.
And then we get Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings movie.
We get a real Mandarin. We get the fucking Mandarin. I like the Mandarin from Iron Man 3.
I do too.
maintain that was a good twist. That was a fun character. It was a good movie. But I also want the actual Mandarin with his 10 magic rings that do magic bullshit.
And I think now that the Marvel Universe, the movies, have set up that this is a thing that they can get away with.
Yeah, there's a Doctor Strange. Shut up.
So now they're like, yeah, fuck it, do whatever. And what a great villain to put on the back of a superhero that doesn't get as much recognition.
Yeah, it's like, people sleep on Shang-Chi. Don't sleep on Shang-Chi.
No. We get one of my favorite actors, Tony Leung, is playing the Mandarin. I knew about everything else except that, and then when I was looking up details, I about shat myself.
Tony Leung is great. There is a universe where this is Danny Rand, and it's an Iron Fist movie. That universe is the universe without the Netflix series. Not just Netflix Iron Fist, because I would voluntarily get rid of that in exchange for a taco. But
God, now I want a taco.
But like the other ones also, so I feel like it's a worthy trade-off. And Shang-Chi's cool.
Yeah, I'm
I get
excited.
the Mandarin out of it. I never get to see Mandarin versus Iron Man in live action, and that's my little nerd heart is just the teensiest bit sad. But I'll take what I can get because it's so great that what a like Scrooge I would have to be genuinely upset about that in the face of all this bounty.
Sure. Yeah, so then that's when we move into the Doctor Strange movie and the What If Disney Plus show. We move on to the Hawkeye Disney Plus show, which will have Jeremy Renner in it, and Kate Bishop is going to be a character, becoming the second Hawkeye, the West Coast Hawkeye.
So that Clint doesn't have to leave his farm as much, essentially.
Yeah. And capping off Phase 4 at present is Thor: Love and Thunder, still directed by Taika Waititi.
I'm totally in favor of that. My only fear is that he'll do exactly what he did with Ragnarok and go just a little too far for my taste with the jokes. It's okay for a movie to have emotional moments, man. It's all right. That's allowed.
I have some concerns about some of the storyline because this is the big news is that Natalie Portman is back and she's going to be they're
doing
the Thor. Yeah. Some of those storylines got a little
cringy is the term.
Yeah, cringy.
They are just deeply cringy.
They're very
kind of poorly written.
Pandery.
That too.
I
Separately, but yes.
I think Captain Marvel stands as a testament of a movie that can be.
That's the thing is. They gave me, hands down, the best version of Carol Danvers I've ever read. I've ever seen. Is the Captain Marvel movie is the best version of Carol Danvers that exists. They gave me that. Taika Waititi is a filmmaker I trust, even if he goes a little too jokey sometimes. And Natalie Portman's a great actress.
She is.
She kind of phoned it in Thor 2. But, look at Thor 2. Look at her role in Thor 2. I would be on the phone also.
She was pretty salty about stuff they said was going to happen, and it didn't happen.
But she's a good actress.
Yeah.
I believe in this. I believe that they can take what was pretty objectively a failure in sales in the comics, a failure for hype. Lady Thor did not go well by almost any measurable metric.
But again, like his Dark Materials, I like the concept.
It's a great concept. Thor was a frog once. You don't get to be mad that he's a woman now.
Well, and Chris Hemsworth is still here. Also, Tessa Thompson's coming back too.
As Valkyrie.
Yep.
They're teasing like Natalie Portman Valkyrie as like the romantic pairing for the movie, which is neat. But like my only tiny gripe, his name is Thor.
I want that to be a bit though. Like I would love for that to be a bit. You don't get to
take his name. If you like, I can understand. He whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the powers of Thor. Calling yourself Thor when you have the hammer makes a certain amount of sense. Not letting Thor call himself Thor when that's his name makes less sense.
I just feel like there's so much. Okay, so she's Thor now, right? Are you still Thor? Of course. How is that not going to be confusing when we're talking over communication? You can just call me Odin's son. I just think there's a lot of potential there. I think Taika could do good stuff with it, but yeah, I
also they will absolutely use Point Break for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good callback.
Or Lebowski.
Yeah. Can we just call you Lebowski? It was a dark time in my life. I'm over it now. What about Point Break?
I like it. That to me. That's Natalie Portman's line with the little not bad face. I like it.
Yeah.
And then they go kick the ass of I don't know who the fuck ever. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be fun.
Maybe we'll finally get that team up between the Collector and Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, Collector and Grandmaster.
Yeah.
You want the big final fight scene between Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman with her new Thor powers to be against old ass Jeff Goldblum.
Well, just like
and Benicio del Toro in a big ermine cape.
A thing they set up. Like they're sitting there and they're like, you know what we could do is fuck with some superheroes. Yeah, that'd be great. Cool. I know you've got a lot of beautiful things in your collection. We could unleash them. Wouldn't that be interesting? And take bets. Oh, we could have such fun. We could fix Punch. And then they do that. And that's the big thing. And then they finally get to the final fight. And he's like, oh, wow, you won. Oh, good job. Well, I won a lot of money. Thank you. This has been interesting.
I was betting on you. I remember the car.
Yeah, believe you.
So, of course, I bet on
you. The whole time, yeah. I kind of thought you would have Hulk and was sad when you did not. But, no, good job. Good job all around. Everyone. And then they beat him up anyway, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I love it.
Can I write this movie?
I believe in this movie.
Yeah.
But they're working uphill, man. This is not a storyline that went well in the comics. But neither was Civil War, so...
And some motherfuckers got ice skate uphill.
Oh, what an excellent segue.
Yeah, this is not accidental segues, though. We clearly are being hammy shits about all these.
I'm in a good-ass mood.
I am in a fucking amazing-ass mood. I don't care if the rest of these movies are all bad.
Yeah, like, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you, all right? I'm gonna be as absolutely 100% no varnish, true me as possible. Thor, Love and Thunder could literally be 2.5 hours of wall-to-wall cringe. I wouldn't care. Mahershala Ali is Blade. All my Christmases have come at once.
I'm so... the only way they could make this movie better for me personally is if at one point he gets out his whip dagger and says edgily, "Yeah, you vampires."
Like,
I would leap from my seat in the theater and do a jump kick.
Cottonmouth was one of the best, one of the best comic book villains in live action in history. And Mahershala Ali is an amazing Oscar award-winning actor.
Definitely.
Dude, this is going to be so damn good. I'm so excited.
I am so fucking psyched. We're also... This is all beyond Phase 4, so who knows when it's showing
This
up.
is all shit that's years away.
Yeah. Black Panther sequels currently in development, as we all know. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is in development once Gunn is done with Suicide Squad.
Because they brought him in to please save our franchise.
We made a mistake. There's a Captain Marvel sequel in development.
Good.
I have read that Brie Larson and Kevin Feige have both said it might include Kamala Khan.
Look, Brie, we've had some troubles, you and I. But if you give me Kamala Khan in a movie, I'll go buy a Brie Larson t-shirt. Not even a Captain Marvel t-shirt. I'll get a Brie Larson.
Fucking Brie Larson. Really bad, like, obvious JPEG image. I stand with Brie Larson in
I don't even care.
Sans.
You get me Kamala Khan in a movie. I don't care. I don't give a shit, man. I'm a simple man. I just want to see the cool giant hand slaps.
We're getting a Fantastic Four movie someday.
Someday, but they have confirmed that it is a thing that they plan on doing.
We'll get a Mutants movie, which is going to be, quote, quite different from the 20th Century Fox versions.
Which is interesting, because throughout the course of the 20th Century Fox versions, they've done basically all the X-Men. Like, all the versions of the X-Men you could do that are similar in any way to the X-Men comics, which says they're going to have to go somewhere real weird.
I don't know that they will.
We're going to get dupe.
Again, jump kicks. I think... Oh, wow, what if they did just do, like, New Mutants?
Yeah, just do New Mutants.
Oh, my God, that would be so cool. Oh, my mind is spinning now. Oh, what if they did Ecstatics? Oh, no! Okay. Oh, my God, what if they did a TV show of Ecstatic? Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Okay, honestly, we gotta move on.
I'm glad they're doing the multiverse, because beyond Phase 4, that allows them to bring in the mutants. Because, to me, a bunch of mutant characters don't work if they haven't existed for many years. Magneto doesn't work unless he's a Holocaust survivor. He just doesn't. He's a very different guy if he doesn't have that fundamental starting point.
If your movies are set in 2022, let's say, 23, yeah, that's tough. Unless the power of his magnetism has give him longevity. Which is okay. And sometimes magnets just do shit.
Yeah, sometimes... God. But like, and Xavier doesn't work unless he is Magneto's contemporary.
Right.
They have to be basically brothers whose relationship has soured. And, like, there's so many other, like, Wolverine doesn't work if he's not, like, 100 and something. That's a big part of the character's thing. Unless you're just going to skip him and do X-23, in which case, yeah, do whatever you want, I don't care. You give me X-23, yeah.
Oh, what if they did all new, all different?
Yeah.
What if they brought in Honey Badger?
That's what I was actually thinking. Like, just do Laura as Wolverine, bring in Honey Badger, like, do all new, all different, fucking do Squirrel Girl, I don't care.
There's so much you can do. There's so fucking much. And I don't mind, because this is my favorite thing about Marvel properties, and why I like drawing from them, because there's so many characters that feel underappreciated. Okay, I'm gonna get, I don't know if maudlin's the right word, but personal maybe. I was a Squirrel Girl fan from way back. I had the original issue that had Squirrel Girl in it. I don't know if I still do. But I remember reading it and thinking she was so cool, and then she fucking disappeared. I was in the wave of people who were like, bring back Squirrel Girl. Upping the Google search results, and eventually having Marvel go, okay, here she is. Like...
Now buy the books and we'll keep making her. And then people did.
And it was fun. I'm excited. Like, I want to see those small characters that I love so fucking much. We have already a Marvel movie with Batroc Zeliper in it.
It was a quick appearance.
But he leaped. And that's really all.
And he did a kick.
He did a kick. That's all I fucking wanted, man.
And he was Quebecois. Not quite French, but close.
I'm very... We still live in that golden era, is all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, basically. That's the thing is, they can do something very different than the...
Chamber. Oh, my mind is just reeling. I can fangirl out.
It's so many years from now. It is so up in the air.
Who knows?
But there's so many good options.
Okay, so... there is a Spider-Man sequel coming. They keep saying that it's a Spider-Man story that's never been done on film. There have been a couple people involved with Spider-Man who have hinted that Kraven the Hunter is the villain.
I've seen that online a couple times, but like clickbait titles, so I haven't really taken it seriously.
I'm just giving you, this is all rumors. I just hit the mic. I'm sorry, kids. Listen, kids. Ultimo Dragon's children. If they did the storyline with Calypso, that would be cool.
Yeah.
If they did Man Spider or Spider-Man having extra arms, like that is definitely some shit we have not seen on film.
I feel like they're not going to do those.
I don't know anymore.
Shit, you right.
But if they do Kraven the Hunter, I'm very psyched to see him. I hope as a shout out to the Squirrel Girl Comics, he has a sick van with awesome art on the side. Yeah, I like Kraven a lot, and I know they'll do him justice. He needs to have a bitchin' mustache. That's really...
Do you know that they're in the Batman Beyond series, in addition to Batman Beyond, just being Spider-Man, he's just, Batman Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's a Kraven the Hunter in that series who literally hunts him. Batman
Beyond is coming out on Blu-ray, by the way.
Dope.
That was a Comic-Con announcement, since you mentioned it.
But that's how Spider-Man Batman Beyond is. There is actually a Kraven the Hunter in it.
Nice.
But yeah, it should be fun. I'd be interested to see what they do with Kraven, because that's a weird-ass concept.
Okay, here we go. All right, spoilers for Spider-Man Far From Home. Watch our review. It's coming out next week, probably. Super spoilers, I'm not even joking. So they out him at the end of the movie.
Right.
In the post-credits. So people are against him. There's going to be a plight against him if Kraven is hired to hunt down the Spider-Man. Regardless of whether he's now a horrible mutant freak with 8 arms, or he's actually a spider now.
Or if he's just
Peter.
Yeah, which is usually who Kraven's will hunt.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that is new.
That is absolutely new. I more meant they did a real good job with Mysterio. And I really want to see how they do that same level of good job with Kraven.
I do too.
Also, I like that there's Spider-Man sequels coming out at the Marvel panel, because that means it's okay, guys. Sony's they're not dumb. They're not dumb, guys.
Again, watch our upcoming podcast on that. Last and probably least, there's probably going to be an Ant-Man and the Wasp sequel. Maybe. Not currently a thing, but everybody seems interested in it, so.
I like Scott's story is a little done.
Yeah, I think you can move on.
You could take a rest and just have him in team-up movies from here on out.
Sure.
I think that'd be fine. But also, those movies are fun.
Yeah. That's basically how I feel. I could take it or leave it.
I will watch it. I'll watch it if it comes out.
Yeah.
There's just so much. I'm tired from all of the amazing things that are coming my way. A couple more reasons to stick around this stupid dirtball for a couple more years.
When I'm 70 and I'm I'm old and stupid now because my mind is atrophied, but Spider-Man 52 is coming out. And they say this time he's going to take on that weird Doc Ock from the alternate universe.
The one who's a lady.
And he's going to be helped by Doc Ock. Well, he's Spider-Man. There's 2 Spider-Mans. This is wild.
God, they'd have to try so hard to set him up at this point. But there's a universe where we get superior Spider-Man.
Oh my God. He really is superior.
That's a thing that might happen. It's all on the fucking table now.
It's all there now.
They made the biggest movie of all time. They make all the money, and they've thrown every bullshit, ridiculous premise they can think of at the wall, and we keep buying tickets. So it's all on the table.
I'm going to see this Eternals movie. I don't know what the hell
I'm going to go see that Eternals movie. I will watch some discount New Gods. I ain't never getting decent New Gods from the DCEU, so let's do this.
Anyway, thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Yeah, that's about the best way to wrap this up. Everything's better when nerds talk about it.